This video is sponsored by NordVPN. With over 4,000 servers in 62 different countries that is updated weekly, NordVPN is one of the best VPN solutions for anyone trying to live stream or just stay safe while playing video games on Steam. There is no data logging, there is 24/7 customer support, and the service allows up to 6 simultaneous connections. If a person wants to be able to stay safe while playing on Steam or live streaming any games on Twitch, make sure to use my special link down in the description below, along with my special coupon code VALVE for 77% off their 3-year plan. Thank you very much to NordVPN for not only supplying me with a VPN solution to protect myself on Twitch, but also making this video possible. Counter-Strike Global Offensive has received 3 total updates in the month of April, only 2 of them being anything substantial. If you've been paying attention to Counter-Strike at all in the last few years, there has been a recent downtick in total number of updates, and the entire situation is somewhat questionable. At the same time that unfortunately the game has been slowly losing players due to the mainstream type gamers following the trends, and Counter-Strike has actually been receiving far less content than the year prior, which is actually a pattern that has been going on year, starting after Operation Wildfire. Operation Hydra has released about a year ago at this point, and the difference between before Hydra and now is that we were receiving quite a few leaks right before Hydra had released. Things like the Op 8 map pool, things like the different game modes that were going to be out, such as 2v2 competitive. But at this point, there isn't anything we know about the future of Counter-Strike aside from Battle Royale. And Battle Royale leaked back in December. So throughout the entirety of 2018, there hasn't been a single leak pointing towards future Counter-Strike Global Offensive content, and as a person who reported on Counter-Strike throughout the entirety of 2017, this is a significant change. Throughout 2017, there were over 50 different pieces of leaked content. Not all of this content was released. Now, that makes sense because a lot of the stuff that doesn't come out will never come out because it was either canceled due to it not working or due to the people not liking it while they develop it. But at the current time, 2018 seems to be the sparsest period of time for Counter-Strike at all. There are 2 ends of the spectrum for an explanation. One, Valve is losing interest in developing for Counter-Strike. That's just how Valve works. If there isn't passion within the team, there isn't going to be development. But if anybody's been paying attention, there are a lot of very dedicated people for Counter-Strike in particular. A great example being John McDonald from the recent GDC talk regarding how the trust system works and exactly how dedicated he is to being able to protect players from cheaters. I don't think people are losing interest in developing Counter-Strike. I instead think there is a lot of development going into an update that we will be seeing eventually that requires an entirely different engine base. For somebody who has reported on the majority of Team Fortress 2 for the last 5 years now, Team Fortress 2 had a major shift in how the team communicates updates to the players. Back in 2014, you had a very similar situation to CSGO in 2017. There was leaks in almost every single update, and you knew things such as spy buildables, or a speed pad for the engineer, or a spy versus NG update in the first place. Nowadays, you're lucky to be able to get a single line of code in any update that points towards anything. Now, why is this? We actually know why. The TF team develops in a different engine branch. There is a development version of Team Fortress 2 that the TF team uses to develop the major parts of the update. And the only times you ever see leaks for Team Fortress 2 is when the TF team pushes large updates. The most recent example being Jungle Inferno, when like 8 different unreleased weapons were just seen in the game's files. The only reason this happens is because the updates are so large that when they transfer the update over from the development branch to the retail branch, they don't clean the code completely, because cleaning absolutely everything would be a total waste of time for anybody in that building. And my theory is that the same could be said for Counter-Strike. There has been a distinct change in how future updates seem to be developed, and for 2018 in general, the updates have significantly slowed down. Leaks are non-existent. The last time we saw anything was in the beginning of December, and even that was only a soundscape manifest for the Battle Royale map. If you have a correction for me, then you know that the only real leak that we've received in 2018 was something related to the Panorama UI. When the Counter-Strike team had to update some HUD resources for a competitive major related update, the file path seen used Panorama UI in the directory. Community has known about Panorama UI since 2016. However, the information on it has been significantly sparse. However, a full Source 2 port for Counter-Strike Global Offensive is something that has already been confirmed twice. Once during the roundtables when I was at Valve back in February 2017, and another time during the Perfect World announcement event. Now, during the Gabe Newell AMA back in January 2017, Ito Magal did state that the Panorama UI was specifically being backported because that specific feature added value to the development development of the game. And a full Source 2 port did not necessarily add a full enough value to warrant the development time for a port. So this separate development branch that the Counter-Strike team is likely using is either for just Panorama or a full Source 2 port. However, we already know that both of those things will be coming to Counter-Strike in the future. To be honest, it has been quite a long time since we've seen any major gameplay content being updated. The last time we saw anything related to that was the Dust 2 remake, and there's a lot of evidence pointing towards that map being made in the Source 2 version of Hammer. But those are just my thoughts on the recent downtick of CSGO updates and the recent downtick in my CSGO reporting. I don't report on the pro scene because that's not directly related to Valve, and my favorite stuff in the entire world is trying to find leaks. And lately there have been very, very few of them, and this seems to be the explanation for it. What do you think? Do you think we're going to be getting a Source 2 update this year? Do you think the Panorama UI will be happening this year? And more importantly, do you think we're going to get an Operation this year? The time between operations from Bloodhound to Wildfire to Hydra seem to be lengthening each time, and the gap between Hydra and whatever we get for Op 9 seems to be the case. So thanks for watching, guys. This was an experimental video. If you want to see me do this kind of stuff for other Valve topics, let me know. I have a lot of thoughts, and I pretty much think about this stuff nonstop. I love you.